Hello, BookTube. I'm going to do the Because Feelings Matter tag. No, I was not tagged by anyone. I do what I want, man. I do what I want. No, I just thought the tag was really cool, and I decided, why wait for someone to tag me? Why can't I just do it because I want to? So that's what we're going to do. Now there are maybe 1 or 2 books that I don't have in my possession because they were library books and I had to return them. But I will put a picture like here or here or here or somewhere in the frame showing you the cover of the book when I talk about it. I can only think of 1 book that I don't have that I'm going to talk about at this point, so maybe it'll work out. All right, so there are 8 questions or 8 topics or 8 statements or 8 whatever the hell you want to call them. And I'm going to give you a book that associates with each feeling. Ready, set, go. What book made you feel confident either about yourself or your life? I took this one a little differently than I think some people would have. And I chose The Hunger Games by Suzanne Collins. But Christina, why would you choose The Hunger Games? The Hunger Games is not something to feel happy about. No, you're right about that, but no, that's not why I chose it. I chose it because I was pretty much like, damn, Katniss, your life sucks. My life is amazing in comparison to yours. I should not be sad or be depressed or be unhappy about anything in my life right now because you could die at any moment and you have to fight and kill other kids, where I just have to sit on my butt and stress out about turning in my time sheet at work on time or whatever. This book just made me grateful for the life that I have, and it made me grateful that I don't live in a society like this. Like, I would die. I would be the very first person to die. I have no survival skills. I have no survival skills whatsoever. I would die. That's it. So I am just confident and grateful and happy about not having this life. What book made you feel sympathetic or sympathize greatly with the characters? The Book Thief by Marcus, was it Zusak? Yeah. This is one of those books that takes a lot out of me emotionally to read because of the time period that is set in and the events surrounding the book. You can't help but sympathize with the characters because this is like World War II Holocaust-y, Germany-y. And it was just automatic, you know. I felt for these characters immediately because I couldn't really imagine, but that's the word I can use. I could only imagine what conditions they were living under, and that warrants great sympathy. The Book Thief. What book made you feel anxious? Okay, this is the book that I don't have, but it's Unspoken by Sarah Reese Brennan. That book kept me on the edge of my seat the entire read. I did a book review on this book that I can link down below. And guess what, you guys? I also chose it as my book of the month for the month of September, and Sarah found it. She found my blog post and she tweeted me about it, and she said she loved it and she saw my video, and oh my gosh, Sarah is one of my favorite authors, so that just blew my mind. And so it just made me feel anxious in all the right ways. Unspoken. It is book 1 in the Lindburn Legacy series or trilogy. Go check it out if you haven't. It's amazing. What book made you feel annoyed? Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Yes, yes. You guys already know how I feel about this book if you watched my book review that I will also link down below. I am just not one for, I don't have any tolerance for stupid decisions being made constantly. And what's her name? Anna, obviously, duh. See, can't even remember her name. Anna just made a lot of stupid decisions and made a lot of choices that could have easily been avoided had she just spoke up. Speak. Open your mouth and speak. That was what made me really, really annoyed when I read this book. But the savior of this book, Etienne St. Clair, her love interest, I loved him. I was head over heels for him. So he is the reason why I tolerated this book. He saved this book for me. He really, really did. If we would have had a weak female protagonist and a weak male protagonist, yeah, that. It landed on carpet. Don't freak out and call the book police on me. See, it's fine. Another book that annoyed me, I'm going to speak on two. This is the other one that I don't have. It's Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Hated it. Hated it, hated it, hated it, hated it. I think I gave it 3 stars, but that was being generous. I just did not love the book. I did not like how it was formatted. Didn't like how it was written. Didn't like... Earl was ridiculous. The main character, whose name I can't remember, it was ridiculous. The only person that I liked was the Dying Girl, and I forgot her name too. Like, it wasn't memorable for me. I just was annoyed with the whole book. I was frustrated throughout the entire book because main dude, whose name I can't remember, was just annoying. Was so annoying to me. I just want to punch him in the face multiple times. But it's a book, so I couldn't. What book made you feel disappointed? This is not something that's hard to assume. Requiem by Lauren Oliver. We all know how everyone feels about this book. If you loved it, great. If you didn't, we all know why. I did not hate the book. I was disappointed because I was unfulfilled. I didn't feel like... It's taking away my color. There we go. Here's the book. I'm gonna put it down now so my color can adjust again, so I can not look gray. It just disappointed me. I didn't feel fulfilled. I didn't feel like the story was over. Like, I guess maybe that's what Lauren wanted, but it pissed me off. And I was just disappointed. I didn't like it. That's it. I just didn't. What book made you feel confused? This is a repeat. I've already mentioned it. Unspoken by Sarah Reese Brennan. She made me feel all the feels, do all the do's, cry all the cries, everything. And I was just confused by the end of the book because I just didn't know which end was up. I didn't know what right and left was. I didn't know what up from down was. I didn't know anything because I was confused because I didn't know what the hell is about to happen now. How are they going to recover from this? How is this going to get resolved? I just was confused because I couldn't even I couldn't even create a plot pathway for how I even thought this was going to be resolved. It just left me completely just crazed. I don't even know. And I'm still confused because I haven't read Untold yet. But yeah, Unspoken, Sarah Reese Brennan. Girl did it again. What book made you feel satisfied? That goes to The City of Glass by my favorite author, Cassandra Clare. This is the 3rd book in my all-time favorite book series, The Mortal Instruments. This is actually my favorite book in the series because this is the book that made me fall in love with life, made me fall in love with reading again. Everything that happened in this book was pure perfection. I had no qualms about anything, no concerns. I wasn't confused. I wasn't questioning anything that happened. I felt 110% fulfilled. Let me tell you why. If you do not know, this was supposed to be a trilogy, and this was supposed to be the 3rd and final book of The Mortal Instruments, but Cassandra decided to make 3 more books, the 6th book coming out in springtime of 2014, which I'm waiting on, and she's gonna kill, what, 6-8 characters? Oh my gosh. Oh, but I'm just hoping I feel as fulfilled with book 6 as I did with book 3. But Yeah, I just love this book. This is, if you ever had to ask me what my favorite book of all time would be, this would be at the top, at the near top, in the top 3, hands down, in the top 3. What book made you feel like you could really relate to the main character? Oh, this is another book that I don't have with me because it was a library book, and it's Veronica Rossi's Under the Never Sky. Main character, whose name I'm blanking on right now, Aria. I love her. I could see myself in her because she was on the same wavelength as me and ended up on the same plane as me versus, you know, the beginning of the book to the end. Like, I'm not saying we went through the same thing because this is not, this is like an alternate universe or whatever, but I lived a parallel experience to her. So it was really easy to understand why she felt a lot of the things that she felt, because at one point in my life, I felt a lot of the things that she felt. So it was really, really amazing that Veronica was able to emote all of that through words, and I was able to feel all of it. So yeah, and I've only read book 1. I can't wait to read 2 and 3. So yeah, that is the Because Feelings Matter tag. I hope you enjoyed this video. Any of the book reviews that I mentioned will be linked down below. Thumbs up this video if you liked it. Comment down below, subscribe for more, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye now.